For nearly 2 centuries, humanity believed it had mastered the greatest predator to ever cross the oceans. Calculated, cataloged, limited to convenient numbers. The Megalodon seemed like a solved mystery. The problem is, what seemed right wasn't. We believed in a scientific lie about the supreme predator. In 2025, a silent set of fossils, ignored for decades, revealed an error so grotesque that it made paleontologists step back, and reconsider everything. The monster we thought we knew was not just big, it was much bigger than we ever dared to imagine. The story begins in an unlikely place, in the silent vaults of the Royal Belgian Institute of Natural Sciences in Brussels. Their catalog for decades rested an extraordinary set of fossilized vertebrae. These weren't just isolated pieces, but an impressive sequence, 11 meters long, representing only the torso of a single Megalodon specimen. Only the torso, neither the head nor the tail were present in this fossil set that patiently awaited someone to ask the right questions. Paleobiologist Kenshu Shimada from DePaul University in Chicago led a team of 28 researchers from different countries on an ambitious mission. They didn't just want to measure ancient bones. They wanted to mathematically reconstruct an animal that disappeared over 3 million years ago. For that, they needed data, lots of data. The team embarked on an unprecedented comparative study, analyzing the body proportions of 165 shark species, both living and extinct. Every measurement, every relationship between body length, head size, and tail extension was meticulously recorded and processed. What they discovered in the Belgian vertebrae was impressive on its own. Applying the mathematical standards identified in other shark species, the scientists calculated that this specific specimen would have measured approximately 16 meters and 4 centimeters in total length. The head, following proportions, would have reached 1 meter and 80 centimeters, while the tail would extend to 3 meters and 60 centimeters. But the true revelation was yet to come. There is another fossil, discovered in Denmark, that is not as complete as the Belgian specimen but has a crucial feature. It is a single vertebra, yet of extraordinary dimensions, measuring 23 centimeters in width. When the researchers applied the same proportional calculations to this isolated bone structure, the resulting numbers were almost unbelievable. This animal, this individual Megalodon, could reach 24 meters and 30 centimeters in total length. To put that into perspective, we're talking about a shark the size of an adult female blue whale. But length is only part of the equation. The volume and mass of an organism increase exponentially with its linear dimensions. Shimada's team calculations indicated that a Megalodon of that size would weigh approximately 94 tons. 94 tons of muscle, cartilage, and serrated teeth gliding through the prehistoric oceans. That's almost 10 meters more than the largest specimens we had previously imagined. A miscalculation that is no trivial matter when it comes to reconstructing the biology and ecology of an apex predator. The natural question arises, how could we have been so wrong for so long? The answer lies in the inherent limitations of the fossil record. Sharks do not have bony skeletons like mammals or reptiles. Their support structures are made of cartilage, a tissue much less resistant to the fossilization process. In the vast majority of cases, all that remains of a prehistoric shark are its teeth and, occasionally, some vertebrae. For decades, paleontologists extrapolated the Megalodon's total size mainly from its teeth, using modern great white sharks as a proportional reference. The problem is that this approach assumed a linearity that might not have existed. It assumed that the relationship between tooth size and body size followed a constant pattern, which new evidence shows to be a dangerous oversimplification. Some sharks have disproportionately large teeth for their bodies, while others show the reverse pattern. Without a complete skeleton, we were essentially building a giant puzzle with only a few pieces, and a lot of speculation. The vertebrae radically change this picture. They provide solid anchor points for anatomical reconstructions. A shark's spine follows relatively predictable proportions relative to its total body length, and by comparing multiple species, scientists can establish reliable variation ranges. It was exactly this rigorous method, based on robust statistics and broad comparisons, that revealed the true gigantism of the Megalodon. But size is not just a numerical curiosity. It has profound implications for our understanding of marine ecology in the Miocene and Pliocene. A 24-meter predator requires a massive amount of food to maintain its metabolism. Studies of modern great white sharks suggest that an adult individual can consume between 3 and 4% of its body weight per week. Applying this metabolic rate to the giant Megalodon, we're talking about an animal that would need to ingest approximately 3 tons of meat per week just to survive. This means that the Megalodon didn't hunt occasionally. It hunted constantly. Its primary prey were large cetaceans, whales that were already considerably bigger than than any contemporary land mammal. Fossilized bite marks on whale bones confirm that the Megalodon specifically targeted the pectoral fins and the tail, immobilizing its victims before consuming the fat-rich parts. With jaws capable of exerting a bite force estimated at over 180,000 newtons, few creatures in the ocean would have had a chance of escaping. The 2025 discovery also raises intriguing questions about individual diversity within the species. Did all megalodons reach these monumental sizes, or were only a few individuals in ideal environmental conditions? The variation between the 16-meter Belgian specimen and the Danish vertebra suggesting 24 meters indicates that there was considerable range. Perhaps megalodons, like many modern sharks, continued growing throughout their lives, with some particularly long-lived individuals reaching truly titanic dimensions. Each new discovery about the megalodon not only rewrites the details of its biology, but also reminds us of the humility needed in science. What we know today may be refined tomorrow. Fossils waiting in museum drawers around the world, or still buried in oceanic sedimentary layers, may contain secrets that will completely transform our view of the past. And while we may not find a complete megalodon skeleton, every vertebra, every tooth, every fossilized fragment is a precious piece of a puzzle we are only beginning to assemble. If you want to stay updated on discoveries that change what humanity believes it knows, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos.